We're back with another episode of Franchise My Business, a podcast for franchisors, hosted by franchisors. I'm your host, Kevin Oldham, and today we're going to talk about the myth of the turnkey franchise slash business. You know, us marketers, when we decide to get cute, sometimes we'll use words like turnkey. We'll use automated. We'll use all sorts of appealing words that make us think that things are going to be easier. Or maybe we don't have to show up. Maybe we don't have to do the work. And man, I've been sitting here trying to think. I mean, aside from, let's use an example. Let's use a true example of a turnkey business. Let's say you literally just buy out another investor and there's behind the scenes types of transaction and it literally it's literally just a pure financial transaction, like 100% financial transaction. Maybe it's completely turnkey. But for the most case, and I was even thinking about Warren Buffett, you know, a lot of his businesses, I'm guessing he doesn't really put his finger on. We'll buy it, but then it's still not this turnkey scenario. It still might be a fine-tuned business that's operating really, really well that they see potential in, but there's still going to have to be work done to it. And so this whole, you know, even if I think about like rentals and things like that, I'm like, there's still stuff you have to do. Like you can't just cash checks. You don't just own a business that throws off money and you don't have to do anything. I'm going to give you a perfect example. It's the end of the year, and if you're watching on video, I got all these papers here. I've got a retail sales license, a business license, a tax registration, just all sorts of stuff that's got to be taken care of. Now, it doesn't have to be you, the owner. You can have people, but this premise that it's kind of like passive income. Passive. I've got a couple of quote-unquote passive income streams that still require me to do stuff. It's not stuff every day, sometimes not stuff every week, sometimes not stuff every year. In some cases, it's like every couple of years, I've got to renew a license to be able to obtain this income stream or something. But there is effort required on my behalf. And so let's take this down to the franchise space. Let's just say somebody's advertising a turnkey business opportunity. Okay, turnkey. I'm going to be able to come in and be able to do all the things that I need to do as the owner with as little or no friction as possible. Be able to take over a business or buy a business. First of all, there's not going to be a turnkey franchise, like one where you just walk in and everything's awesome if it's a brand new franchise. Like you still have to build out a space and do all these things. So typically this would apply more towards a resale type of scenario. So let's think about a resale. Let's think, hey, it's a turnkey business opportunity. I'm going to sell you my McDonald's. Great. We're going to do a transaction, and I'm sure McDonald's corporate's going to get very involved, but I'm going to assume this franchise opportunity from you, and let's just say it's working great. It could be a true turnkey opportunity, because when I think about McDonald's, I hardly ever see the owners there. It's like, if ever. I don't know if I've ever seen a McDonald's owner at a McDonald's. And it could be just this, financial transaction. But the thing is, there's still this financial transaction. There's still this back-end management and all these things that somebody has to do. And so I think that turnkey it's a decent term to say, hey, we've done a lot of the work and you don't have to do as much. But the reality is you still got to manage it. And if nothing else, it's going to take up space in your head, right? And that's not free. That's actually some of the most valuable stuff out there. So I'm here to debunk the turnkey franchise and the whole turnkey just business model. And in terms of a marketing, a way to describe, a label to describe a business opportunity, I don't care what it is. I firmly believe that even if it's just the presence in your head, that is taking away resources from something else. And therefore, it's not turnkey. It's far from it. So until next time, I'm your host, Kevin Oldham. I hope you have a phenomenal week. Be well.